Are you interested in interest? Well, if you ever have money, or if you like money, you should be. We have an amount of money to lend. This is called our principal. It's $10,000. And we are going to lend it for 3 years. Okay, the T is the number of years. And we have a rate, and the rate is 5.5%. Now, it makes a big difference of how this 5.5 is compounded. Simple interest, you just get this percentage of it at the end. But bankers will compound your interest. Okay, and here is our compound interest formula. And what that means is that sometimes they will compound it semi-annually, which means it's going to be compounded 2 times a year. Okay, they're going to split that rate up, 5.5, they're going to cut it in 2, they're going to take a percentage halfway through the year and a percentage at the end. And you end up getting more money than if you just do it once. We can also compound it quarterly. How many times a year do you think quarterly is? Right, 4 times a year, right? Quarters, 4 quarters, makes a whole. We can compound it monthly. How many times a year do you think that is? 12. And then we have a totally different formula for compounding it continuously. Where did this come from? And the formula is right here. A equals P e to the RT, PERT. And the way that I like to remember this is I think about the old shampoo, PERT Plus. You remember that? Am I showing my age? And I like to think that I'm washing my hair continuously. Do you wash your hair continuously? Do you wash your hair intermittently? No, continuously, okay? PERT Plus. So continuously is this totally separate formula. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's do part A. Okay, we are going to invest $10,000 at 5.5%, and we're going to do it for 3 years semi-annually. All right, one thing I did not say, let me go back, my rate. Okay, it's 5.5%, but when you use this in a calculation, we're going to use the decimal form. So to go from a percent to a decimal, you divide by 100, or you move the decimal place back 2 spaces. So we're going to have 0.055. Okay, that is 5.5% as a decimal. So the rate is 0.055. And now all we have to do is plug it into this formula here. We don't need this continuously compounded formula. All right, A equals, and let's think of A as the amount you're going to make. It equals the principal times 1 plus the rate R over N, okay? That 5.5% divided however many times we're going to compound it throughout the year to the power of NT. Number of times of year. So, principal, plug it in, $10,000. 10,000, 1 plus R over N. R is 0.055. Number of times a year is 2. To the power of number of times a year is 2 times how many years? 3 years. Okay, now all we need is our calculator. Our A is already solved for. Grab your calculator, and we're going to do this the way we do the order of operations. Okay, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. All right, inside the parentheses, before I add, I want to do my division. So 0.055 divided by 2 is 0.0275. So A equals 10,000, 1 plus 0.0275 to the power of 2 times 3. I'll go ahead and do this. 2 times 3 is 6. All right. 1 plus 0.0275. Well, that's going to be 1.0275. So 1.0275 to the power of 6. Let's do that exponent. Okay, so in my calculator, 1.0275 to the power of 6. Okay, remember I'm going to use that little top hat. Okay, some people call it a caret to get that exponent higher than 2. And now I have my amount is going to be 10,000 times 1.1767. Need more space. 68361. Okay, now instead of writing all that down, I'm just going to leave it in my calculator, and I'm going to leave the answer in there, and I'm going to do times 10,000. My calculator will say, I'm going to take your answer times your 10,000. All right, and that's going to give me 11767.68361. $11,000. $11,767.68. Okay, they're going to ask you to round, I'm sure, and we always round to the cents. Okay, look to the right. That's not enough to make it go up, so our answer is going to be, after 3 years, compounded semi-annually, $11,767.68. I made $1,767.68. I didn't do anything but invest it. Pretty cool. Let's see what happens when I invest this quarterly. Okay, remember your rate as a decimal is 0.055. And now it's going to compound it 4 times a year. Okay, they're going to take that 5.5%, split it up 4 times, and they're going to do it after every 3 months. So let's start with our formula. My amount equals P times 1 plus R over N to the power of NT. And let's go ahead and plug in $10,000. 1 plus R is 0.055. 0.055 over N, which is now 4 times a year, to the power of 4 times 3. Okay, same calculator steps. I'm going to do this one a little quicker. Let's do this part first. 0.055 divided by 4, and that is 0.01375. And I'm going to go ahead and add it to the 1 at the same time. Okay, so A equals 10,000, 1.01375 to the power of, what's 4 times 3? 12. All right. So 1.01375 to the power of 12 gives me 1.178068128 times 10,000. All right. Now we have 11,780.68128. All right, we're going to round to the nearest cent. I'll look to the right. It's not going to make that 8 go up to a 9. So compounded quarterly 4 times throughout the year is 11,780.68. I made $1,780.68 just by investing it. let's compare real quick to semi-annually. Yep, it's a little bit more. Okay, so when you compound, the more you compounded, the more money it looks like we're making. All right, let's do it. The last one is compounded monthly. Okay, and then we'll do continuously after that. So let's go ahead and write down our formula. A equals P times 1 plus R over N. Let me leave some blanks. I'm going to plug them in after. To the power of NT. Okay, let me get rid of the continuously compounded formula. All right, and this would be a good time for you to stop and pause it, see if you can plug it in, see if you can use your calculator to get to the answer that I'm going to get to. So my principal is 10,000. My R, my rate, is 0.055. Okay, 5.5 as a decimal is 0.055. Over n, the number of times, which is 12, because I'm compounding it monthly, once a month, 12 months in a year, and to the power of nt. So 12 months, 3 years. All right, I've got some calculator work. Let me do this part first. 0.055 divided by 12. I will add that to 1. Let me double check that because my numbers look a little strange. 0.055 divided by 12. Yep. Add that to 1. So I have 10,000 times 1.00458. 3333. Don't lose any of those little digits. All to the power of 12 times 3 is 36. Leaving this 1.004583333 in my calculator, I'm going to take that to the power of 36. And I will have 10,000 times 1.178948602. All right, times, and now I will see I have 11,789.48602. Is that more? Yep, it is more. It's more than quarterly and it's more than semi-annually. Okay, so you see what's going on? The more times you compound it throughout the year, the more money you will make. All right, now we're going to put our answer in, round to the ones place. This 6 is going to make that 8 go up to a 9. So my answer will be 11,789.49. All right, so we've done our compound interest. Now let's do continuously compounded. Okay, and we're going to use this different formula right here. All right, continuously compounded, right? Like you continuously, when you wash your hair, you don't let it sit and do it every few quarters. You continuously wash your hair. All right. Remember that this E is a button on your calculator. Okay, it stands for a number, but it's an irrational number. We're going to call it E. So A equals P e to the power of RT. All right, so my amount is my principal, which is 10,000. And then E to the power of my rate, which is 0.055, and my number of years, 3 years. All right, let's get the calculator to get ready. First, let's do this. 0.055 times 3. All right, so A equals 10,000 e to the power of 0.165. Now there's a calculator button above the natural log that has an E on it. Let me show you where it is. It's right here, e to the x. So since it's up at the top and not on the button, I need to hit the second key. So I'm going to hit second e to the x. So A equals, let me get my thing, A equals 10,000. Now e to the power of 0.165. Second, e to the power of 0.165, and that gives me 1.179393119. Okay, leave all that in your calculator and just hit times, and it's going to do my answer times previous answer times 10,000. And now, after 3 years, compounded continuously with PERT plus 793.93119. Let's round to put our answer in the right format. We're looking at the cents. This 3 is going to stay the same. 1 is not big enough to make it go up to 4. So the amount that I make is $11,793.93. Okay, after 3 years, I made $1,793.93 just for investing my money. Okay, let's go and let's put all our answers together so we can compare. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Here's how much money you will have at the end of that 3-year period, depending on how you compounded. Which one would you choose, right? Does it matter? I think it does. Okay, you can see that you get more money the more often it's compounded. Okay, continuously being the best.